What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, it's a little bit different. We're gonna talk about whether you should hire more employees or you should buy more equipment. Let's dive in. All right, well, welcome back as always. So grateful for you. And in today's video, I have a unique thought that I've been having a lot lately that I wanted to just share with you, and I wanted to dive into how to know whether you should hire more employees or you should invest in equipment. I want to just kind of talk through this, want to walk you through my thought processes when I'm starting to really evaluate the next level of scale for my woodworking business. And so when I'm talking about this, the most important thing to think about is not buying tools that an employee still has to really run a lot. Obviously, you need all your standard tools in the shop. You need your miter saw, your table saw, your joiner, you need your clamps, your sanding, you need to figure out how you're going to apply your finish. We recommend using a spray finish. I'm just going to give you a glimpse into Iron by Iron Woodworks and my own personal business. I'm really weighing getting a wide belt sander. And the reason being is because I was kind of doing some thinking, some analysis of a couple of my employees and what they do. I've got a couple of employees that probably spend 80% of their time sanding. And I was like, okay, how much am I paying every month in payroll to these two employees that spend 80% of their time sanding? The reality is that I pay about $4,500 to $5,000 a month to these two employees that 80% of their time is spent sanding. Then I was like, okay, well, how much is a wide belt sander? If I'm gonna do a wide belt sander, I'm gonna get one that I can do all my tabletops, all my material through. That's kind of my thought behind it. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, okay, how much is a wide belt sander? That is 52 inches wide, has a dual head. I'm gonna go all out and get a big one if I'm gonna get one. And so I'm looking, and it's like 40 grand, right? These are expensive machines. If you do a cost analysis based on going and spending the 40 grand, there's no way that feels or makes sense. But what if you financed that piece of equipment? But this is another way to create leverage, is through financing equipment. If by financing that equipment, I'm saving money. So if you're financing the equipment, you don't have enough sales to keep the equipment busy, not a good move. If you're financing equipment that's not gonna save you money, not a good move. You should not finance, in my opinion, anything that's not gonna increase productivity by a major way. But when I look at financing this piece of equipment, let's say that I financed it over 5 years, I would be paying $800 to $1,000 a month for that sander. I think about the fact that I would put a tabletop in it, I would push it through, and it would pop out the other side completely sanded. Done. I basically just have to chamfer the edges, sand the edges, and then it's ready for stain. And I don't have any more blemishes at all in the tabletop. I don't have any imperfections. That sander's gonna be there every morning when I turn the lights on. It's gonna show up to work every single day. So here are my thoughts. I'm really trying to take our business to $100,000 a month. And if I did that from where we're currently at, I would need to hire 2 more employees. What I would love to do is to not hire any more employees, get that wide belt sander, and essentially save about $4,500 per month in payroll expenses. And instead of those 2 employees now spending all of their time sanding things, what if they were now spending all of their time assembling chairs, spraying finishes, helping build more products on the front end? And also, if you do this, I was thinking about this the other day, you could almost justify lowering your prices a little bit to get more volume and push more through, because your bottleneck would no longer be at the sanding portion of the business. These are just some thoughts I've been having. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. When you're running a business, it really does come down to the figures and the numbers of what is the most efficient way to increase our profit margins and get more done in a much faster, streamlined fashion. And that's the other part of this that I haven't even really talked about, is the fact that we go from taking an hour and a half to sand a tabletop to 10 minutes to sand a tabletop. Increases efficiently by a major level. So let me know what your thoughts are on this. I'm really weighing making this move, going ahead and getting that wide belt sander, getting it installed, taking the plunge with that, and I think it would be a good decision. So if this has helped you kind of process and think through whether you should hire an employee or you should get a more efficient system, let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear from you on that. If you are trying to grow your woodworking business, this is the channel that you need to be subscribed to. If you're not subscribed yet, what are you doing with your life? You got to get on the channel. So with that being said, I've got a bunch of resources for you below. I've got a free ebook that you need to download. Over 400 people, 500 people at this point, probably more than that actually, have read that book. You need to check that out. I've got a ton of great feedback from it. And if you're ready to really seriously scale, get off the fence, check out the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, and let's work together to grow your business. And so with that being said, see you in the next one.